Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. There's a bee in here right now. That's really exciting. It won't leave the ceiling, so there's like nothing I can do about it, but the cats are going insane. Huh. You going a little crazy? I know, you going nuts? He's making that little chuffing noise. That like, I'm a big scary beast and I'm gonna kill you noise that cats make sometimes out the window. For our first piece of news, Shaq Fu is coming back. No! Yes! It's on Indiegogo actually. They're looking to make $450,000, obviously with the potential to make more and add more things. The game is called Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn, and they are absolutely owning the fact that they made huge mistakes with the last one. They've basically presented this new one with the idea of, we know the last one sucked, but this one could be what we wanted the first one to be. It's gonna be just a beat 'em up game, still starring Shaq. Whoa! It'll have both co-op and PvP, and if they reach the stretch goals, it'll possibly be on all of the other platforms, because right now it's just for PC. If any of you ever watched the old Game Station sketch called The Game Station is Running Out of Money, I called it. You should just give up. Watson's a fighter, she'll kill you. Huh? You gonna kill him? Yeah. Ouya has finally done something that's alienated pretty much the rest of the backers that they possibly had. They are now doing a project called Ouya Everywhere, which will apply all Ouya games to other people's devices. So basically, remember how when they were making the Ouya, they were like, this is going to be an Android machine. All Android games will be on this machine, and then there will be some Ouya exclusives, and it'll all just be on this little compact platform that'll be really cheap and really revolutionary. Now, because stuff isn't really working out so well, they're now saying, hey, our software and everything is working good enough that we think that all the Ouya stuff should go on other people's stuff, not the Ouya. I realize that this is a small startup company, that they just happen to have a very successful Kickstarter, that it's put them in the limelight, and unfortunately they get a lot of criticism. I totally get that. But this whole situation, from what I can tell from the community, has felt a lot like just a slap in the face to the backers. They're doing weird stuff like going to events and going to different developers and being like, how would you like to have your game on the personal computer? Me? I could get my game on PC? What? Look, of all of the platforms that people need help getting their game on, PC is not one of them. It's actually like maybe the easiest way to do it. But it seems like there's this weird potential for Ouya to be like, I think that we could make something that could compete with Steam. You can't. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. I honestly really wanted the Ouya to work out, but unfortunately I think that they keep making big mistakes. It's not that they failed in terms of what they wanted to make, it's that they're failing in terms of the business decisions that they make. For those of you who haven't heard, there is a new Batman game coming out, Batman Arkham Knight. It's set 1 year later, and it is another open world game that is supposedly about 5 times bigger than Arkham City. Why? I'll tell you why. Oh, thank goodness. So in this game, we can finally drive the Batmobile. Sick. I don't know if that's why they made the open world bigger, or if they made the open world bigger because they wanted to have even more to do, which seems kind of like overkill to me. But they're claiming that 3 or 4 times the number of thugs will always be active in the city as there were in any of the other games, and as many as 50 characters can be involved in spontaneous street riots. Exciting! It will be a single player game, and it'll have a lot of different villains. It'll have Two-Face and the Riddler and Penguin, and Harley Quinn will of course be there. Apparently actually there's a pre-order bonus where you can play as Harley Quinn on like 4 special maps, but they didn't specify whether or not you would have access to that if you didn't pre-order, which seems really silly. Anyway, another Batman game. People like Batman games. I never finished Batman games. If you live in Germany or Austria, you might have noticed that on the 6th you did not get South Park: The Stick of Truth. Why? The game was always going to be delayed in Germany and Austria because there are a few areas in the world where they needed to change a few things so that the game would be even allowed in the country. So in this case, it was because of unconstitutional symbols, aka swastikas. So I can't really tell from articles, but it's either they changed the game and it wasn't satisfactory, or they just still haven't finished changing the game altogether. Either way, they're saying, please don't cancel your pre-orders. Any of your pre-orders will still apply to the new release date, but we don't know what the new release date is, so hang in there and we'll tell you. I really had to burp while I was talking just then and it like never happened. I was expecting to have to repeat all of that because of the burp. But the burp left me, so whatever. What? What? Are you upset at the bee? What's going on with the bee? Where's he at? Oh, my sweet girl, I know. It's hard. It's hard chasing bees. I know. And if that bee gets anywhere near you, I'm gonna freak out and I'm gonna trap it because I don't actually want you near bees, but the bee doesn't seem like it wants to move. And I've got Watson hair all over me. Boo! Disney Interactive! So Disney Interactive had a pretty good year, entirely because of Disney Infinity, let's be honest. Now, oddly enough, they are flipping around and laying off 700 people, which is 26% of their workforce. But why? They're claiming that they're scaling back their game output by around 50%, which is a lot. They're also restructuring their entire system. I honestly feel like this is the beginning of just phasing out Disney Interactive. Now you might be asking, wait a minute, what about my Star Wars games? They buy Star Wars and now they're just not gonna make Star Wars games? No, shh. Star Wars is being licensed out to completely different companies by Disney in order to create a game. It is not being made by Disney Interactive. It's the same with Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is totally in the clear. We don't have to worry about that getting canceled either. I would laugh if Disney Interactive wound up only doing Disney Infinity, if that was like it. It's like their whole world. For our last bit of news, any of you who watch broadcasts on Twitch, or maybe even are the broadcaster on Twitch, eventually, pretty soon actually it sounds like, you will be able to use your mobile device to broadcast a game. Now we've had a Twitch app for a while. We've been able to watch streams on our phones or on our mobile devices, but pretty soon here they want to make it so that if you wanted to stream an Android or iOS game, you totally could from your phone. They want to incorporate front-facing cameras possibly, internal and external microphones. There's so many things that are very specific to mobile that they're trying to take advantage of, which is nice, rather than just being like, we'll port the same sort of thing to the mobile and it'll work. Because it won't. The operating systems are completely different on mobile. Like, there's just no way. So they really have to do this from the ground up, and I think that it might be very interesting, although I don't think that I would ever use it. Like, I can plug my mobile device into my Elgato and then just stream through my PC, right? And then not have to worry about the device getting really overrun with stuff. Like, okay, here's my worry. When I'm streaming, I have both monitors filled with stuff because I have so many different things running and I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to see everything at the same time so that I know what's going on. I want to be able to see chat, I want to be able to see XSplit, I want to be able to see the game that I'm playing, like just so many things. How would you do that on your phone or on your iPad? Like, maybe you just have to get over it. And you can rest assured that at least at some point there's going to be a baby trying to play a baby game on an iPad and will accidentally open Twitch and be broadcasting their adorable little face while they're doing bubble popper games. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be a real silly thing. Oh, I could do it with my cats, like cat games. Oh, maybe I should use this. Anyway, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope you guys had a fantastic day. I implore you to watch the update on the charity livestream that we had in December, because I tell you guys the final number of how much we made, and it was a lot, and I was very excited. Anywho, hope you had an amazing week, and I will talk to you again next Saturday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah. But why?